It is Wednesday, but more importantly, not only are we wearing the same shirt, we are dressed the same. It is the 100th episode, Hyper Kaiju in the house, of the Dennis and Andy Show. 100.
Can you believe it? 100 episodes. Oi.
What do you get somebody for the Centurion whatever anniversary? I don't even know what you call that.
You know what we get? We get to do a show that's live.
Live from North Carolina, it's the Dennis and Andy Show. Woo!
Yeah, just think when we started this out,
we were newbies.
Still are.
Keep it down.
We keep learning. But we started out going out and buying a mixing board and microphones.
Stuff we don't use anymore, you mean?
All the stuff that we don't utilize at all anymore. Figuring out how all of that stuff worked. We were just doing regular little old podcasts.
He says, let's see those new books. All right, you know what?
It is Wednesday.
We'll dive right in with the new books. He's here for we know what he's here for, so let's, boom. Wolverine, it's a Dennis book. I believe at this point, unless you're totally new to the show, you know it's a Dennis book.
It is. It's Gala. Just so everybody knows, I did post a full review of the issues of the Gala, and I just put all 5, did it, and then I did a separate full review of the planet-sized X-Men, which you do want to see that one. That was actually a pretty good one, but this is all still tying in with the Gala stuff.
Happy Gala days. Wave X.
Yeah, more Gala.
More X, more Dennis.
Yeah, more X. Too much X, but still X.
Oh, look at that. Usually we go through, 100 books before we get to one of mine? Usually it's like, our 100 books in, I'm dozing off, except for the fact I'm the one controlling the mouse. But finally, I bought Infinite Frontier. I'm 100% up front. I'm an art guy. I always say that. I really dig. I'll mess up the pronunciation probably. I think it's Zermanico is the artist. One, besides the fact I think his artwork is really cool, dude has a one-word name. I'm sure that's not his, who knows? I don't know if it's his real name. I know he's not an American artist, but I really like his work. He's doing this 6-issue miniseries. I bought number 1. It's got Captain Carrot in it, people. I love Captain Carrot, especially when he's not drawn in the cartoony style.
I was this close from buying it just because of the art. I don't know if the story would have grabbed me or not. I flipped through it and I sat there and I'm like, oh, I am so on the line with this one. Do I pick it up or not? So I set it to the side and I didn't buy it, but you'll see what I bought instead.
There you go. I hope the story's good, so I come back for 2 through 6. I hope it's, I know I'll like the art. So moving on, Guardians, Dennis book.
Yeah, it's a Dennis book.
That's number 1. A nice cover by Brett Booth.
Yeah, I wound up doing the variant cover. I'll pop that one up. Just because it's Liefeld. So you can see I picked up the variant. I do like all the regular cover is fantastic, but I really did want the Liefeld cover. I'm a Silver Surfer nut, and when you got Silver Surfer and Deadpool writing on it with actually it's a Liefeld gun sitting there, kind of have to.
Kind of have to. I used to be a lot more willing to take a chance on a book when they didn't cost so damn much. Yeah, I mean that was the part. I mean that Infinite is $4.99, but it has it seems thicker than a normal 32-page comic, 22 a story or 20 a story. So I think there's a little more beef to it. So that's fine.
And I agree with you because one of the books that neither one of us I think bought was the Spawn Universe. That book looked really decent, and I was very tempted. It's another one that I was sitting there going, do I? And then I flipped it over and saw the cover price of
$5.99.
$5.99, $6 for a book, and I was like,
Once again,
so
double
close.
sized. I want to say it's 48 pages, so it is more story, but you know, it was a hefty week, you know, with these price tags. And I love Jimmy Chung's art, and he did the bulk of that
the main
Spawn
story.
book. Yeah, he did the main story, 2/3, I'd say, of the whole thing, and it looks fantastic. But I also don't know if I want to get back into the Spawn universe, so I set it aside because for me, there will be weeks where I don't buy a damn thing, and then I look for something that I passed up before, so that might happen. Sword, obviously, if there's an X in the title and a Star Trek Enterprise downshot in the corner, we know it's a Dennis book.
Well, I will say this: the Sword book is, you know, with a bit of a spoiler. They just launched a second Sword station, obviously over Mars. So that's going to be the big spoiler. So now you really have to go and watch my Planet Size X-Men review. Yeah, so this book could take an interesting twist. I'll be curious to see what they do.
Hyper Kaiju said he thinks Spawn is 64 pages, which once again, it's not bad. But here's the thing with new books. You know, like I said, if it's a light week, I might go back and go, look, only 2 books came out this week. I'll get that Spawn. Or nothing came out. I'll get that Spawn. Or, and this is sad to say, I go to conventions, and now that they're coming back around, you see a lot of stuff in dollar boxes that came out a month or 2 ago. And I'm like, damn, I could have just taken a chance and maybe found this. So,
yeah.
And, you know, once again, I just don't know if I want to get back into the Spawn universe and stuff. So
I like it, but I've been out for a while. There'd have to be a really big hook to suck me back in, but maybe there is.
This is one that we both have gotten. X-Men Legends #4. X-Men Legends #3 started the 2-issue story arc by the fantastic husband-wife team of Luis and Walt Simonson.
Yep.
Returning to their X Factor days. Had to get it.
And once again, I had to get there. This one had the Liefeld cover on it, and I looked at it and I'm like, oh, I just love the look of that. So I'm like, again, I like the main cover, but I am now out of my thing of I'm out of my comfort zone of having to buy all the covers. So I just decided, you know what? I'm just going to pick up the Liefeld cover. It's a cool cover. I enjoyed it.
There you go. Hyper Kaiju loves this cover by Simonson, though. And like Dennis said, it is very cool. I got this cover because it is Simonson. So there's that. Last week I did pick up the Captain America annual that had Rob's cover on it, though. Heroes Return. Yes, believe it or not. Of course, Dennis bought it because he got Heroes Reborn 1 through 7. And you know my rant. Ed McGuinness and then Dale Keown and then just a different artist for every book except for the backup by Ed just annoyed me to no end. So I was like, I'm out. So I stopped buying it. Pop culture in the house. Hello. What is up? Oh, he uses the term gentleman loosely. Dennis can hear what you're saying, or I should say be able to read it. That's not nice.
I could be like Aaron Rodgers and I could put on a shirt that says I'm offended.
That's right.
But I won't.
So Heroes Return #1. I did buy it.
Yeah, there you go. But why did you buy it?
I bought it for 2 reasons. 1, love Ed McGuinness's art. I flipped through it. I was like, damn it, this is really cool. And 2, just from flipping through it, and this is going to sound weird, but just from flipping through it, I really got the sense of, you know what? I think I want to be able to tell exactly how everything went down without reading 3 through 7. Because I did read 1 and 2 of Heroes Reborn. I have not read number 3 through 7. And I just had a feeling flipping through this that I would be able to figure out without reading those how everything comes back to the way it should be. So that's why I bought it. And Ed McGuinness.
Well, and here's the interesting thing. So for those of you who want to see, I did finish off the full #full reviews of the Heroes Reborn, and that's up on our site. You can go see my review of those. I grabbed this book out because I wanted to see. This should be the end of it. No other snakes, I think, going through it. And I read it already. I sat out in the parking lot because I was early today, and I said, I really do kind of want to read this. So I did read the book right away, and I'm going to say I'm glad that I read it. It tied it up. I will do a quick flip and then a full review on this one. But Andy was right when I came over. He goes, "Here's my thought from just paging through it. Yeah, you could have probably read the first issue and then this issue and probably been able to piece together a lot of the things that were in it." But that kind of goes back to our point from way back when I said this is like a what if story that doesn't need to take place over this many issues. It was 18 issues, I think it was, when you figure in all the tie-ins and stuff. It didn't need to be. Once again, this could have been a nice, very simple 4-issue, like a Kingdom Come, 4-issue miniseries that really was cool, different. It is probably going to have some tie-ins to the actual Marvel universe. So that was one of the big questions that I had. But yeah, it definitely didn't need to be 18 issues. This is Marvel just sucking our money with a large shot back.
That's right. Shadecraft, Dennis is reading this book from Image. Lee Garbett is the artist. I'll be honest, I don't know who the writer is, but I know Lee's work, so
it's good. I'm going to be doing probably when I get back. I'll finish off reading them. We'll see if I'm able to, because I'm going to be out of town for a few weeks on a long road trip. This has been a really interesting book. So I did a full review of the first issue, and then I'm going to do 2, 3, and 4, and I'm going to wrap that all together for a full review. But I am digging it. I think you guys would like it. It's a pretty interesting concept.
And I think it's some of Lee's best work. I think he's definitely really suited for this type of story. So yeah, there you have it.
Yep.
Star Trek, that's a Dennis book.
Enough said.
Enough said. No need to go on. If it has the word Star, I could tattoo the word Star Trek and a cool piece of art on my ass, and Dennis would be like, "Now I have to look at your ass because there's Star Trek." That's how much of a fan Dennis is of Star Trek.
I don't know. You could put that to the test. If I get back from vacation for my trip, and then you say, "Hey, dude, I got a tattoo," we'll find out. We'll be back and let them know.
Roseanne Barr could have Star Trek characters tattooed on her boobs, and Dennis would actually want to see her topless.
Yeah, maybe.
Just saying. That's how much of a Star Trek fan he is. I've never read any Star Trek comics before. Where would Gold Key hardcovers from the 60s?
It all depends on the problem is Star Trek's just not a small one. Which series?
That's a tough question.
You know, if you like the original cast, he is right. The Gold Keys, which is what I'm going back and finishing collecting. I own them all in trades. I'm going through and picking up all the original ones. Those are just really old, good, classic sci-fi stuff. The way that they had did it, I would recommend it. And if you like those characters, the new IDW stuff that you see, they're taking basically the characters from the movies, but these stories are so much better than the movies. Again, that winds up being a good one. The Next Generation had some good runs in it. Yeah, it just depends on what you like. The stuff to stay away from would be the Deep Space Nine stuff they did, the Voyager stuff that they did, the older stuff. A lot of that was just garbage. It was just written, and it was just awful stuff. The newer stuff, IDW's current stuff, is solid.
Pop says the Gold Key photo covers were the best. They were awesome, and I wasn't joking when I said the Gold Key. I have a couple of the trade paperback reprints of that stuff that, once again, I bought because the artist, I believe, was an Italian gentleman. And the art for the time period that those books came out in the late 60s, you know, when the show came out, early 70s, was phenomenal.
Yes.
And, you know, they had the likenesses, the rights to do likenesses from the actors. So, you know, you've got the likenesses in there. And, I mean, they're just classic. So, yeah, if you're classic, you know, Star Trek, that gold key stuff. Real quick summation or opinion, what did you think of the Star Trek stuff DC did when they had the license in the 80s?
So now, okay, so they had 2 runs of it. I thought the first one was really solid. I thought they did a good job. They're not worth. You can find the comics really cheap out there in the dollar bins and stuff. But it was a solid one. The second series, not so much. It was all right. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't fantastic. They had the Marvel run, which was that came out with the motion picture. Yep. So 79.80. I mean, those were good for what they were. So
well, I will say the Marvel adaptation of the motion picture, I believe, was drawn by Dave Cockrum and inked by Klaus Janson, and that's a gorgeous looking book.
It is.
Even if I'm wrong about I know Klaus Janson inked it. I'm almost positive Dave Cockrum drew it, and that is a gorgeous looking book.
And a cool little piece of trivia on that is there's some parts in the story where Spock's outside in the suit inside of V'ger, and that was supposed to be in the movie, and they wound up cutting it and putting it on the floor. So in the comic book, you get to see a really interesting piece of tidbit of knowledge which never actually made it into the movie.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. He doesn't think the old Star Trek animated series gets enough love. That was a clean looking cartoon.
I love that cartoon. I own it. I owned it on Laserdisc when it came out. Now I do have it on DVD, the box set of it. It is a great series. It really was what Phase 2 was going to ultimately.
And they did pretty good on the likenesses too for that simplistic cartoon.
They did. They had the Navigator, the guy with the third arm. Yeah. They had some pretty interesting things that they did with it. The story, the animations were pretty solid for what they were at the time.
It's funny, the guy with the third arm. That reminds me, I've often been told I have a third leg.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow. Peg legs.
It's stumpy. It doesn't really reach the ground, and I can't walk on it. But, it's the thickness of it that counts.
I was going to say Warwick. I was at Willow, the guy who played Willow. Warwick. Not done. He's Tampa Bay anyway. I was going to make a joke to there.
Oh, it was Warwick Dunn. What?
No, Warwick Dunn's a Tampa Bay running back.
Oh, you're thinking. Who are you thinking?
Warwick. What was his something? Warwick
from what?
Willow, the guy who played Willow.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I was going to make a comment about short legs, but anyway,
Jules Verne's Lighthouse. This is another book that's ring. I believe that says issue 3. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So
right here.
The Jules Verne.
Warwick Davis?
Davis, thank you. My brain is complete mush. You can tell I have not slept. Running on no sleep. This Jules Verne, this is good sci-fi stuff. I read the first one, really enjoyed it. I was again waiting till 3, and I'm gonna put up a good review of this.
Wait. God, are you guys even real Willow fans? Here, I'll answer first. No, I'm not. I don't care anything about that. So that's why I couldn't help with that.
I liked Warwick so much that I even liked him in Leprechaun. He played the original Leprechaun.
Leprechaun, I remember. But Willow, I have no love for, so.
Wow.
Yeah, I just don't care. It's right up there with.
Did you like?
Oh God! Go ahead, name it. It's right up there with E.T. Never saw it. Don't care.
Oh dear God! I was gonna say
it's right up there with the Goonies.
Legend.
Just don't care.
Goonies. Oh, you're killing me, man.
Legend was okay. Chariot 4-5. This
already read that. Oh, it's the
up.
Second one I had to read today while I was sitting out there waiting, and I was like, I couldn't get enough. I love where this is going. I can't wait for this series to finish off next month so I can finish the reviews on it. Hopefully it's really good.
Warwick played Wicket and ROTJ2.
Yeah, Return of the Jedi. Oh. He's the Ewok. The main Ewok.
Oh, character. Really?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know that because, he's an Ewok. Oh, come on, man. What? I don't care about Willow. Sorry.
Poor Warwick.
Oh, this is another one we both got. Issue 4, wrapping up the first story arc. The Bequest. How will it end? The last issue ended with them going to D.C. to blow some shit up. Does it happen? Find out in The Bequest, number 4.
I know. Magic versus science. Who's going to win on this one? I can't wait. This has been a very fun series. We had Freddie Williams on the show, and it was great getting to find out how they came up, find out that they were fellow gamers, which makes so much sense the way that they wrote this. Great stuff. I can't wait to see how this ends. So, looking forward to it. This is going to be probably my read tonight.
There you go. Vietnam Horror, number 4. I wasn't a big fan of the first one. This is a Dennis book.
It is totally. It's black and white. I do love the art.
What's that from? Is that from Willow?
Willow.
Yeah, that's why I don't know that quote.
Vietnam War 4 is solid. Again, Behemoth put it out. I just love the artwork in it. The story's been fun. As long as they're going to put out a quality story, I can live with the black and white art, although, you all know I'm not a huge fan of that, but needless to say.
There you go. Vinyl. Now, I saw this in Dennis's stack.
And this is what I decided to pick up for instead of Spawn or the Andy's Infinite book.
And I will say, good choice. I didn't see this. I'm going to have to get it. It's from a friend of mine, Doug Wagner. The artist, whose name? Oh wait, who's the artist? You got it. Right
Dave
there.
Stewart.
Nope, he's the colorist. The artist
isn't he?
Is Daniel Hilliard is the artist. If I pronounce that,
trust
me, Dave Stewart's the colorist.
Oh yeah, well,
trust me,
he's also the cover artist.
Yeah, for the colors.
Oh please.
So Daniel Hilliard is the artist. Dave Stewart's the colorist. Doug Wagner is the writer. It's about a serial killer. If you remember, it was probably 3 or 4 years ago. Doug and Daniel, the artist, did a book called Plastic through Image, which was also about a serial killer.
Yeah.
Plastic. You didn't believe me? Are you serious?
What?
If I could remove you from the stream,
I'm telling you, I hear white noise.
Well, you should listen to me. I know my
You do know your stuff on there.
So Vinyl, serial killer. It has more of an intrigue than just that. It's not like it's just about the killer.
We could all watch Dexter if we just want to do that.
Right. But it's from the creators of Plastic. If you haven't read Plastic, I highly recommend it. So good. This book looks fantastic.
You know what?
I'm
just going to do a couple of screenshots in here. I'm going to do a quick flip of this book.
There it is.
It looks great. I mean, this was not on my list, so this wasn't anywhere that, on my list of stuff. So I just happened to walk in today, and then there's another one.
He's doing another one. Yep. Not being able to watch Willow and the X-Men animated series were only hang-ups I had about canceling my Diz sub. I hear you.
Yeah. X-Men, right there with you.
Hey guys, it's our 100th episode, and we've got a special guest joining the show. Let's welcome on teen sensation Billy the Tucci.
What's up, boys? Ooh, can you fix that layout? There you go.
You got it, brother.
Like,
Billy, this is my partner in crime, Dennis.
Yeah, I know Dennis. How are you? I mean, I know.
How you doing, Billy?
Big fan.
How's it going, brother?
It's it's going good, man. Things are pretty terrific, actually. Just busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. I'll tell you that.
Billy, I was once told that if I had to have the leg amputated, it wouldn't be that bad because of the other middle appendage I could just use as a leg.
Fuck yeah, dude. I totally believe that knowing you, Andy Smith. Heck yes.
Exactly.
Heck yes, man.
Pop culture says, hey.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, man. Congratulations on you guys on 100 episodes of bickering and yelling at each other and telling each other, asking each other if you're out of your minds.
Exactly.
But we already know the answer. We already know we both are.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's what brothers are for, right?
That's right.
Hey, you're talk a little hockey real quick. Are you Islander? You're an Islanders guy, right? That's what I thought. Are they still in it?
Yeah, man. We play tonight. We gotta win it. Tampa's up 2-3. But we'll win it tonight. We're back at the Coliseum on Long Island. So we're going to beat the piss out of them tonight. And then we'll go into Tampa Friday night. Boom. We'll go on to the Stanley Cup. My prediction, the New York Islanders will win the next 6 games in a row.
Now, who could you possibly face in the Stanley Cup? Because
It's going to either be the Montreal Canadiens or the Vegas Golden Knights. So
okay, so Vegas now has a team. I never knew that.
Vegas has a team. They're 4 years old. I think this is their fourth year, and they're really good. They're really, really good. So Montreal's a surprise, but they're playing really well. They're digging into the team culture, into the system. And so I'm looking forward to playing either of them, to be honest with you. Can't wait.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
That's that, man. But, just hanging out on a Wednesday. It's a beautiful day. I really don't want to go out. I mean, I really don't want to work.
Yeah, I know.
I hear over this hockey game. You got Pop Culture Avenger. What's up, bro?
That's right.
Yeah, Brian Trottier was my hero growing up. And he was a center for the Islanders. And actually, the first jersey I bought that wasn't Brian Trottier's was my boy Matt Barzell's. And I bought him when he was a rookie, like the preseason game, because I knew when they got him and stuff, I'm like, this guy is going to be great. And he's number 13. Like, that was my number playing hockey. He's a righty. He's a center. Like, I played hockey. And I'm like, that's going to be my boy. And
can you still slap on the skates and go around the ice?
I want to. I go on the lake, we go on the pond.
Okay.
I did this winter with my son, but none of my friends want to play anymore. It sucks getting old.
Dude, I haven't slapped on ice skates in probably 10 years. I would hit the ice so fast face first, it's not even funny.
Yeah, but it'll come back though. You'll get it. It'll all come back. But it's the greatest sport in the world, if you ask me. Greatest sport in the world, bar none. But enough about me. What's going on with you guys?
We were actually just going to, I don't know if you saw, so Shazam, Fury of the Gods is filming, and they released what the new costumes look like for the whole cast. So we were going to talk about the costumes from this movie compared to the first movie.
Yeah.
We would like to see.
Yeah, I would. I didn't see the costumes, but I saw somebody post some illustrations or something saying these costumes would, like the classic costumes. But okay, so the first one's on the left, the second one's on the right.
Yeah, so on the left is the one from the first movie, and then the right, is the new one. And I mean, I'm kind of torn. I'm not actually torn. I like the first one's better because they do have a little bit of texture to the costume.
Yeah.
But if you look at the second one, the new one, the texture is just so prominent, even from a distance.
Yeah. In my opinion, that's what everyone's doing now. It looks like Superman's costume and all, but I am totally digging Mary Marvel's. I think it's sexier. I think that's I dig the classic. I appreciate the classic costume, but it's kind of cool because usually they're like manning them up. They're taking they're hypersexualizing the men. You know what I mean? Like how tight the men's costumes are, and the women, they're going the complete opposite. They're making the women look more like men too. So it's okay to make the men's costumes tighter, more sexier, but the women, they have to like make them more mannish. And I'm not.
Here's the funny thing that I read about the actress. So this is a different actress too, because in the first, did you see the first Shazam?
No, I didn't see it.
All right. So basically, all the kids, when they became their hero counterparts, they obviously had to replace with adult actors. Right. However, the actress that played Mary Marvel when she was a teenager, because she was the oldest one of the group, is actually this actress right here. She's playing both parts in this second movie.
She's grown. Oh, that's cool. I mean, right? I mean, that's cool that she's old enough to play.
But there's a rumor why they replaced this actress from being Mary when she changes, and it's because of a few tweets, and I guess one of them was, and I don't have the article pulled up, but she tweeted about that woman, Ashley Babbitt, that got killed on January 6th at the Capitol.
Okay.
And she tweeted basically just saying, it's sad that this happened. I feel for your family, for, losing you and blah, blah, blah. And, you were just trying to stand up for something you thought was right,
And so they canceled her because of that? They fired her?
I mean, that's the rumor from the website I read it on, and a couple other tweets. She had other tweets, too, that didn't align with that left side.
Oh, jeez. Are you kidding me?
Right. So that's, like I said, the article was very careful to keep saying this is the rumor, this is only a rumor, but there's no other reason they gave for why she's not in the film anymore. And they decided for the one character, they can be like, oh, well, she can just be the same person now, you know? So, but I agree, back to the costume. Yes, I could do without the tech. Like with these two, I could tone down the texture to the first one, but I do like that skirt type Wonder Woman deal they have.
Yeah, I'm digging that too. But yeah, I wouldn't doubt it that she was. Yeah, you know what? They're all fucked up. Let them keep. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse. If I'm allowed to curse, but
no, I don't care.
Let them. You know, the sad thing about it is that because they all work for these publicly traded companies. You know, I mean, Warner's, things like that. Whatever, whoever owns DC now. You know, so there's really no accountability for anybody. Anyone who works there, there's no accountability. It's not like working for a small corporation or a small production company or something like that. They're owned by these major corporations with the shareholders, and it's just a giant bureaucracy.
Oh,
so they can get away with this cancel culture because it's not their fault. Like, well, who fired her? Well, it wasn't me. You know, it was so and so, or that sort of, like a giant screwed up bureaucracy, and that's what's happening to Hollywood now. It's disgusting. That's why I did Quentin Tarantino, man. Even though he's super mainstream, man, he does whatever the hell he wants. He's got full power on it, and whether you like him or not, the buck stops with him.
Yep. Oh yeah, totally.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally.
No, I kind of agree with you guys on the original ones here. I love how the lightning at least lit up, because that was always kind of cool in the comics when it was on there and it looked like it was like lighting up. And then on the newer ones, texture, too many armbands. I mean, if you took a look at the blue versus the teal, I don't know. I kind of like the original ones for the more or less. They could have just done it. The capes, capes are an okay length. I don't mind what they did with the capes, but
yeah, I mean, they got rid of the hoods because everybody in their original costume, they had that hood that DC gave them when they redesigned them. So hoods are gone, capes are longer. I do agree with Dennis. I think this is more color accurate with the comic.
Yeah.
Than this dark blue.
Yeah.
They gave a nice special effect in the movie where this was lit up, glowing, the lightning bolt compared to just gold metal.
You know what I don't like about what I'm not crazy about, and maybe it was what Josh Whedon did, and with Zack Snyder, is that all the DC movies, like the Justice League, even the Snyder cut, and you look at the color palette that's going on with these costumes right here, even going up to the top with Shazam, is that with Captain Marvel, is that the films are so dark. The palettes are so dark, and it looks muddy, doesn't it? I mean, like if you look at it from far away, it's anything but that golden age, silver age color. They're just dark films, and again, I think the palette looks muddy. Yeah, would you say? I mean, that's just my opinion. It just looks.
Well, Shazam was a little brighter, and obviously the night scenes were darker.
Yeah,
but I think it could be with just where they took these photos. But I totally agree. Oh, I mean, DC, that was the thing. As soon as DC films came out, it's the dark universe compared to Marvel, which was, you walk out of a Marvel movie, even Infinity War, which had a sad ending because of the snap, you still walked out because of the color palette feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
A DC movie you just walk out of and you're just depressed because it's like dark.
Yeah, it looks like a bad colorist was hired on it. Andy, when you draw a book, right, and you put all this detail in it and stuff, and then the colorist comes in and they just oversaturate it with the colors, and then the printing as well. If it prints dark, you're like, oh, what the hell? All those windows I drew in, where's all those bricks, all those blades of grass? They just get muddied up, and that's why I feel a lot of the DC films. I get it I guess it started with Batman with the Dark Knight and all, going all the way back to the Tim Burton Batman. Sure. The Anton Furst visuals and all that. But that's supposed to be a depressed city, Right. I don't think
it's different. I mean, you can do that with Batman, but when they did it with Man of Steel, you're just like,
why?
Superman's supposed to be uplifting. Metropolis is supposed to be the shining city that is totally the opposite of Gotham.
Yeah, and even the Flash is dark.
Yeah.
Central City, and that's not supposed to be dark.
No.
It's just like whatever. I don't know. That's just my humble opinion. That said, I saw the new Superman costume for the what is it? The Superman and Lois adventure. What is it?
Wait.
Superman and Lois, the show, right?
Yeah, and I love that first Superman costume, the classic.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Why change that?
I know. I posted about that last night. Because they did like a flashback episode last night that just dealt with Superman's origins in Smallville and stuff, Smallville to Metropolis, first meeting Lois, and he had that Fleischer-esque costume with no stupid texture and the classic S in the trunk.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, that is perfect.
Yeah.
Why are you changing that?
Yep, and it was really good how they incorporated it into the show because he saves the kid. It was the green car that came off the bridge. He caught it, just like the iconic Action Comics. He puts it down. The kid looks up at him. He's like, whoa. He gives him his hat back. He goes, nice suit. And he goes, thanks. My mom made it for me.
Yeah.
And then went, boom. And it was just absolutely classic.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. That's what it's all about.
That's the thing. DC usually gets their TV shows right, whereas Marvel gets the TV wrong,
and the films
and then
movies,
and then you flip it because Arrow started off good, Flash started off strong. It's going on 8 seasons. I really hope next season is the last one because I think it's getting a little long in the tooth. Supergirl's just a trashy train wreck. Batwoman, as you saw, what was the actress' name? The original actress,
Ruby
Rose. She quit after 1 season.
Yeah. Now is she coming back?
No, but that's the point. They're bringing the character back with a different actress.
So it's still going to be the Cassandra. What is it? Cassandra Cain? No, who's
Katie Kane? I think
Katie Kane. So Katie Kane is coming back, but it's a different actress.
Different actress.
Because I thought Ruby Rose visually was perfect. She looked perfect for the role. I thought she looked great for the role. The second actress, I don't know. Well, they got rid of the red wig, right, on her at least.
Yeah, because with the black actress, they just gave her. She has her really long hair that just pops out. Which I mean, at least when Ruby Rose was in the bat suit with the wig, you could look at it and you only saw this, so you could be like, okay, that's a different person. But now you're like, wait a second.
Yeah, wait a minute.
You're a pretty black woman.
I know.
And your hair looks just like this woman's hair when she doesn't have a mask.
And sounds just like her, but things like that remind me. It's funny. Like, remember when in the Batman films, the Dark Knight films, when Selena Kyle found out that Bruce Wayne was Batman and she knew he was Bruce Wayne.
Oh yeah.
When he was Batman, he was still using the Batman voice, not the Bruce Wayne voice. When they were together. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, it is funny just watching the Superman and Lois last night that there was a scene where, and this is when they first met, Lois gets her first interview with Superman and it's on TV. So they made it modern instead of just a print, thing.
Right.
And she's sitting there, interviewing him. And then she goes off camera something happened. She goes off camera, talks to a friend off camera, and her friend's like, hey, I think Superman has the hots for you. He's eyeing you pretty good. And she's like, stop. I'm in love with Clark. It's just Clark that I have eyes for, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, man, you were just dumb as rocks. Yeah. Because, in the comics, at least Byrne, when he did Man of Steel, I think it was Byrne that came up with the whole idea of, well, Superman, even when he's standing still, he's just kind of really vibrating.
Yeah, he's vibrating, so you don't get to see exactly.
Yes. Yeah. Right. But, and, you can't really do that in the whole live action thing. I mean, you can.
But you can explain it. You can explain what he does. Like, well, how can you hide your identity? And he's like, but, like, say when Lois is interviewing him. And I'm just coming to the top of my head. How can you, aren't you afraid of someone finding out who you are? And he's like, well, you can't see who I am. It's like, I'm looking at you right now. But he could say, I'm not and grab one of those great, classic Byrne lines, that I'm actually vibrating at 100,000 times per millisecond.
Right.
You're never gonna get a full shot. You're never seeing me. And then they can show the camera, like say when it's on TV, and maybe even that
you're seeing.
It's a little blurry. Like
exactly.
You do it with computers now.
Dude, it's the whole quantum leap thing.
Yes.
Where when Scott Bakula jumped into somebody else's body, we saw Scott Bakula, but he looked in the mirror, and and then they did it right in the beginning, and then a couple times through the episode to just reestablish. No, Scott Bakula is actually in the body of this Asian guy, or this old man or woman or whatever. So you're 100% correct. They could have easily, even not explaining it, just did a shot through the camera, and you see that he's just vibrating like that. So it's not even a question to ask. You're just
even if he looks in the mirror, just for, like I said, for a 2-second shot, 3-second shot. You can see it slightly, and he could maybe take his finger and touch it. You know what I mean? Like, wow, this is really cool. Something like even him, he gets a kick out of it. Maybe like, wow, this is going to work.
Clark takes Lois to visit Ma for the first time when he introduces the two of them, and it was really a cool scene because she's like, we need to. I want you to. I'm going to tell her, Mom. I'm going to tell her who I am, and she's like, whoa. Once you do that, you can't take it back. So then they do a cut scene and they're outside. And I fully expected Clark to go, Lois? Oh, it's Superman. You're the same. I so expected that. That's what I kind of was hoping they were going to do just for fun. But no, all of a sudden he just lifts up and he just starts floating above the truck. And she's like, and I'm like, okay, see, that's way cooler than the whole glasses thing.
Yeah.
Or it could be like the old Starman. If you remember Starman from the 80s, when Superman guest starred and stuff on there, his ability was he would just go in and change his shape. He could just change his face to whatever.
Right.
And he could even say, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm saying he could even say that one of the things I like about being Clark is that I'm off duty. So I can relax, maybe, or like I don't have to, subconsciously keep myself in that state of kinetic, constant kinetic energy, that sort of thing. Like he's on an eternal state of a kinetic energy, or so, I don't know, something. I mean, you could do that.
But I mean, you could go all the way back to I can't remember if it was Superman or Superman 2. Where Christopher Reeve did that great transformation just from body posture when he was wearing the tux.
Oh my God.
He was about to tell Lois.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, he was wearing a tuxedo.
Yep.
And all he did was turn around, straighten up, puff the chest, take the glasses off, and you're like, holy crap.
Absolutely. And those movies weren't mud.
No, those movies were.
Remember the night scenes with all the lighting? Right? The scenes at night that they're lit up from the city lights from Metropolis and everything cool like that. And, now it's just mud. Just mud.
It is.
I'd fire that colorist.
Exactly. Get him out of there.
Get them out of there.
Did you see the I talked about this morning on my Mornings with Andy show. Did you see the Scarlett Johansson is talking how she was looking back on it. Black Widow was just sexualized in Iron Man 2. Tony Stark literally said, I want some, talking about, her character.
Yeah, I want one. Yeah, I want one. That was,
I want, and it's like, well, you do understand that Tony Stark is a womanizer at that point.
Yes.
And he didn't know you were a top secret SHIELD agent at that moment either. And he was just like, I sleep with, literally, he said in the first Iron Man movie, he made his way through the whole Maxim calendar.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Yeah, but she also didn't mind though with that walk when if you saw that little video, it's like a GIF now, I guess. Is it a GIF or a GIF? It's a GIF, right?
He says GIF. I say GIF.
Okay. I think GIF sounds better. Anyway, so when she does that walk and they're all looking at her, they're like, show us that walk. Do that walk. Or she was saying this kind of walk, and then she walks right by and they all look at her.
Yeah.
Hey, man, come on. That's what men do. That's what women do. That's what you strut. You know, women strut. Come on. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And
Not
if
only
it's
that,
wrong,
but-
I don't want to be right.
That's right.
Not only that, but I pulled up screenshots of every movie, every origin movie with the guys. They're shirtless for some reason.
Yeah. Captain America ripping apart the wood, stuff like that. He comes out of the chamber. Come on.
Oh, he comes out of the chamber in that scene when he walks out and Peggy touches his chest.
Yeah, remember that?
That was from what I read, that was an ad lib.
Yeah.
The actress,
Oh, really?
I can't remember her name, but she just did that. She was like, "Oh my God." And she just did it. You know?
Well, you know, he had the gym right there. Yeah. So you know he had the gym right there too, though. You know, they got it on the side, so he's like, "All right, you got to pump up, get ready for it." Ain't nothing wrong with that, you know?
No way, man.
You know, that's like that movie. Remember Liar Liar, where he's talking to his daughter, and his daughter says, "Well, teacher says that real beauty's on the inside." He goes, "Oh, honey, that's just something ugly people say." That's not true. That's just something ugly people say.
Exactly. They even had Chris Pratt take his shirt off. No, it's not even Chris Pratt. They even had Paul Rudd do a shirtless scene in Ant-Man. Paul Rudd got
effing Rudd.
You know when they're
showing professionals without our shirts on.
I'm there. I mean, Graham would show us up.
I was gonna say, I think Chris Pratt was shirtless in Parks and Recreation too.
Yeah.
Before he got buff.
Yeah, that's beer drinking Chris Pratt. Now he's
that's right.
Keto diet. You know, I don't know what he's drinking, vodka or tequila drinking Chris Pratt, because you know that guy, he pounds some.
Oh, dude, it's funny when he came back. I don't know if you ever watched Parks and Rec.
I have watched it. Yes, I love Ron Swanson, bro.
Oh, dude, Ron Swanson's the man,
the best.
But when Chris Pratt came back after filming Guardians of the Galaxy 1, it wasn't Rob Lowe's character. It was another character on the show said something like, "Wow, you look good. What'd you do?" And Andy, his character on Parks and Rec, all he said was like, "Oh, I just stopped drinking beer."
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I just stopped drinking beer."
Well, you know how he got the part for Guardians of the Galaxy? Because he interviewed, he did the audition for it, and it didn't go. They're like, "We like you, but yeah, you're not what we're physically looking for." And he goes, "Look, give me 6 months. I will drop 50 pounds and put on muscle, and I will be there for, or 30 pounds, 30 or 50. Yeah. And then they're like, "What?" And he goes, "Well, if you can do that." And then sure enough, he came in and they walked in and they were like, "Ta-da!" And they're like, "You're it. You got it." Yeah.
Well, and this is how stupid and short-sighted they are. Because remember when Christopher Reeve auditioned for Superman?
Oh, yeah.
He's like 6'2", 6'3", and he weighed like 150 pounds.
Yeah.
He was really skinny. And they're like, "Okay, we're putting you on a high-protein diet, and you're going to be training for the next 6 months. We're going to turn you into Superman." He's like, far out. Okay.
Exactly.
You know, but they tell an actor today, though, "Yeah, you're just not physically what we're looking for," when you can just drop weight or gain weight. You know, it's just ridiculous.
It totally is.
Yeah.
I would love it if somebody was like, "For the next 6 months, all you have to do, and we'll pay for it, is get up, eat what we tell you, and go to a gym. That's all you have to do." And I'm like, "Wait, I don't have to work?" And they're like, "No, your work is going to be going to a gym." I'm like, "Okay, I'd love that."
And we'll cook your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner. We'll bring, Wolfgang Puck or some other celebrity chef will take care of it for you. I'm sure they put him up in a condo or something, because I'm sure they didn't buy him a house. I'm sure, Warner's had a condo, whatever. I'm sure they do for their starlets and budding stars. So they put him up in that. And, oh, by the way, you might be getting new scripts every couple of weeks to look at some other scripts for what we have coming on and the Superman film. Just don't talk about Superman. Okay.
Right. Exactly.
And if I was
Graham Nolan to do that.
No. It's like Rocky IV. Just send me to Siberia. I'll do it the old-fashioned way.
No thanks.
I mean, that's what I do now.
I hear you. Except it's nice out now, so there's no
snow. Yeah, there's no snow, and you don't have to run around in a World War II bomber jacket.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Man, I was in Syracuse over the weekend, and I hadn't been up there in the summertime in years, because we usually go up for Christmas. It was nice weather. was very nice. I just don't
Yeah.
like that 12-hour drive.
Well,
So-
yeah, dude. I can't. Well, we're going on vacation in August. We're gonna go because of we were supposed to go on away to an island, but it was canceled last year. We put $1,000 deposit down on it, and now we're on a waiting list. But because of everyone who missed their vacations last year and the people that booked this year, we're on this waiting list at this hotel. We're supposed to go to Aruba, to take the kids on a vacation, and well, that's not happening. So we're gonna go to Hilton Head.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we've always wanted to go. We've never been there, so we're gonna drive, pack the boys up in the old my wife's car Traverse. Take a nice 12, 13-hour drive down to Hilton Head.
We were just there a few weeks ago because well, a few months ago, take it back, a couple months, because my family, some of our family from Syracuse, came down, stayed at our place, and then the next day went to Hilton Head, and then a day later, after we were home, my wife was done working, we drove to meet them for the weekend.
Nice.
So,
how far is that for you?
Maybe 4.
Oh wow, that's far. Okay,
No, it's not that far at all. So I'll, let me know when you go. I'll stalk you.
It was staying at a resort. Was saying, hey, honey, Deborah. I guess she's not in her office. I was staying at some resort. So yeah, come down, spend the day.
You definitely have to let me know if we're around that weekend. Because right now the only plans right now are for August or MegaCon. Dennis and I are driving down.
Okay.
And I got a table and stuff. So
you got any other shows you guys are doing?
Besides, I assume Baltimore.
Nice.
And then
well, Heroes is kind of on. It's just not the Father's Day weekend Heroes that we know and love. He moved it to November.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 2-day. But hey, it's better than nothing.
Yeah. So as of now, MegaCon, hopefully Baltimore, because I've done Baltimore every year except for obviously last year. So hopefully Baltimore, and then Heroes Con in November, 2 days.
All right. Well, I'm doing Baltimore.
Yeah.
So we're definitely doing Baltimore. I'm doing Terrific Con with Graham. It's going to be there up in Connecticut at Mohegan Sun, which is a great show. And I'm doing Baltimore, New York Comic Con, Winter Con, a small con by me, and that's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's too much to do, but Heroes Con, not Heroes, for Baltimore, let's all go out, man. We do a men's thing after. We all smoke our cigars. We do our Stem and Stein Club, we call it. So everyone's got a stem. So you either got a cigar or a pipe, and then your Steins, you either get your beer or your scotch. So it's gonna be fun. We all hang out on that second floor balcony. It's weather's always beautiful, and we light them up. I don't know if you did that with us last 2 years ago, but it's a good time, man. It's a real good time.
Yeah, dude. No, Baltimore's always fun. So yeah, definitely have to do that.
We all go out to dinner. That's usually what we do. Is like my wife gets tired of me, so like the guys, we all like doing men's thing. We go to dinner, and then we go have our cigars and stuff. Yeah, dude. Drinks and cigars. You have a real good time.
Yeah, definitely. We got here. So you doing a small Harrisburg Con? Know anything about that?
No, I'm not. I'm not doing that. No plans for that. I'm not sure what that is. So I think that's the con I did once before, which was great. I had a great time out there. But no, I just what it is, and what's cool, Andy, is publishing again.
Oh yeah.
Is putting our books together, and we're just about finished. We did these metal editions, which are our high-end books. Mm-hmm. And we just had so much problems with them with the printing that came, because you had to print them separate from the main run. And the first ones that came out were too dark, and then all of a sudden you get pushed back to the end of the line. So they just came in over the weekend, and we just got about 100 of them out. We probably got to get another 300 of them out this week, and we'll be done with our for the most part, we'll be done with the fulfillment for Shihikyo. And cool. I just dropped another 100 boxes off at the post office. And then we launch our omnibus. I think the next week we drop our omnibus next week or the week after that, either the first week in July or the last week in the 30th, or right before 4th of July weekend we'll launch. Nice. And but that's a big book. And then I've got the follow up to She. But so it takes up so much of your time publishing and doing the crowdfunding and Indiegogo, and man, it's a lot of work, but it's so rewarding, ain't it, dude? It's so
Oh,
great.
dude, it is. I should be getting tonight from the guy. I'm using the guy that did Graham's video to do mine for First Man Volume 2.
Okay.
And I should be getting the final version tonight because there were a few things back and forth. You know how it is.
Yeah.
But as soon as I get that final version, I'm putting it out there. So, and probably let it float out there for another couple weeks or month to get more signups and stuff, and then launch Volume 2. So
yeah, we're gonna launch our pre-launch page tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
For the omnibus edition, 464 page hardcover. So got all the files. I mean, the files are all sent to my designer. So she's basically just going to put it all together. And I want that book done before we launch it and send it to the printer to get the proofs done and everything.
Yeah.
So as soon as we're ready to go, as soon as that campaign ends, and because it's probably going to cost $34,000, I think, because if it's a hardcover, and it just costs. It makes sense to print an extra. I'm hoping to sell 1,000 of them, but it makes sense to print 2,000-3,000 of them. Because the price goes down so much. But then that's still like $30,000. So we're hoping, knock on wood,
I know
we can make that money to print them. But once we get paid from Indie, because it's a lot of money. But once we get that money from Indiegogo and Kickstarter, I'm going to do both because that's what we do. We send that check and say go to press. And we'll get that book out by September and then launch the next she-book in October.
That's cool, man.
And next year we're doing 4. Next year we're doing 4 campaigns. Next year we did 3. Next year we're doing 4. So, psych.
I get 2 this year. I'll be happy because I'll have this one. I'll have First Man obviously go, run, but I won't fulfill it until probably March of next year. So,
yeah.
But I've been working on it. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. He was at the Nassau Comic Bash a few weekends ago.
The Comic Bash. It's my buddy Randy House's show. And we'll be doing that again when he has it. That's a great show. He has it at in Nashua, New Hampshire. It's at the Holiday Inn, and the convention is in the ballroom of the Holiday Inn. And there's a pirate ship that was from a movie or something that is inside, like they built the ballroom around this pirate ship. It's got a 3-mast pirate ship or 2-mast pirate ship, and the bar is on the pirate ship. It's awesome, man. And then he has like a Halloween party, and it's a great time. I did it with Fraga last time, Jimmy Palmiotti, Amanda Connor, Frank Thierry, and Sean Murphy. And it was a good time, dude. It was so much fun.
That's awesome.
We had a blast.
Dude, that's really cool.
Good times, man.
That's cool.
Yeah, someone's gonna add. That is gonna be a hardcover. Our omnibus edition is gonna be a hardcover. So,
how many pages are they?
464. It's the first 16 issues of She. So I think I published close to 100 issues. So we'll probably have like 5 omnibus editions all lined up. And we already, we laid out all 2022. I'm booked into 2024 because we did our 2022 and 2023. And it's like, that's a lot. That's a lot of work. So hopefully, and thank you all, you guys watching. Thank you for supporting us and allowing us to do it. Because I got to be honest, I'm so disenfranchised with the mainstream and with the big 2 and how they treat their creators. And I'd rather just, I got into this business self-publishing.
Right.
And I'm loving every minute of it. I got to be honest with you. And then all of a sudden we're planning of getting our books into the mainstream, going back to Diamond.
Oh, yeah.
But I might, I don't know, what do you think of this? Maybe go through Image.
I mean, if they'll have you, why not?
Yeah, they'll have me.
I assume they still do that flat fee.
Yeah.
So, then it takes all the hassle out of dealing with Diamond.
Yeah, and then we focus on the crowdfunding, on the Indiegogos and the Kickstarters, and then once that's done, I got a whole book ready, and if Image will have me, because I do see they are doing that thing, publishing so many people's books.
Oh yeah,
go with it. See, if they'll have me, go with Image with it.
Yeah. Why not? You still put your logo on it as well. So
do you? Oh, cool. That's even better. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I assume you can do that. I'm pretty sure you
I
can
think so.
do
Yeah, I think so. I think they do.
Imaging Crusade. I think other
Maybe
people.
like your little studio or something like that.
Well, I mean, I know like doesn't well shit, what comes out through Skybound now? I was trying to think with Kirkman Skybound, and I know Kirkman is a different
partner.
Yeah, he's a partner and stuff, so maybe that's different, but
yeah, and I'm friends with Silvestri, so maybe I even, I could put it through Top Cow, maybe. I don't know.
I want to know how much is that baby going to go for on Indiegogo? You got that figured out?
What?
The
first we're gonna do 24. Yeah, because we're using real premium paper and it's gonna have a dust jacket. So I think the first 24 hours might sell for like $50.
Oh, nice.
And then after that, it's $60. Or we're doing the Debbie, so it might be $59.99 because it's
Oh yeah.
So we might do it at $59.99 and then it's $69.99. Or we might do it if we can get it down to $50, $49.99 for the first 24 hours, and then do $59.99. That'd be great. But we got to see if we could do that. We got to. Debbie's still doing the shipping, and because it's a lot of money doing a big book. Oh my God,
shipping. I can't even imagine shipping a book that fat out.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, that we got to look in the boxes.
That's no Gemini mailer.
Yeah, can't use Geminis, man. So it's gonna be fun. You drop it off a roof, it'll kill somebody.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that'll be good.
Velocity, baby.
Yep. So
cool, man. Hey, well, thanks for popping in. We're actually going to wrap it and go get something to eat like we always do after the show.
There you go. Well, congratulations. You guys are great. I love watching it. Really entertaining. Billy. And I gotta say, I know overall, you guys do end up agreeing most of the time, and I agree with basically 95% of everything you guys say.
Oh, well, that's good.
So, so well done.
It's that little percentage where I keep telling you to shave your head, and you disagree with me. That's where that disagreement comes in.
I want to get a mohawk. Get a mohawk.
Oh no! You know what you have to do? I just saw photos of these weirdos. What you have to do is grow a full beard, right? Dude, and then shave everything behind it, so you have a ring of hair.
I saw that. What a bunch of assholes! It looks like they stuck their head in the toilet bowl. They stuck their head in the toilet bowl, and they got the ring of piss and shit around their head. Sorry,
like there was one of them. We saw the same picture. One of them, I actually looked at and was like, "All right, you actually look like you're pretty tough." And nobody would say anything to you. But the rest of them, I think there were 8 of them. The rest of them, I'm like, you just look like a bunch of dumbasses.
Yeah. I guarantee he looks a lot tougher with his head just shaved.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And not a ring of shit around his face.
All right, well, if I could grow hair, I would do that, but I can't. So I think I'm going to get Dennis to do it.
There you go, Dennis. So, I can't grow a beard.
What?
I shaved. If you look at me close, I think I shaved, what's today? Wednesday? I think I shaved Sunday, Father's Day shave.
Wow.
Or maybe Saturday night. No, it's Saturday because we went to the hockey game. I shaved Sunday. So that's me from Sunday.
Damn. I'll be honest. I saw you Saturday, the pictures you posted, and I couldn't even tell you weren't shaving then.
So there you go. Yeah, probably didn't shave for a couple of, 5, 6 days before that.
You are teen sensation Billy Tucci.
Teen sensation Bill Tucci.
Teen sensation.
All right, boys. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for having me.
Yep. All right, Billy.
Congratulations, man. Hope to come back on the show again.
You got it, Billy. Take
care, everybody.
brother.
Thanks. Bye.
Yep.
Bye, man.
Bye.
Well, that was very nice of Billy to pop in. And
that was a surprise.
That was a nice surprise. Billy's a great guy.
Our 100th episode surprise.
Our 100th episode. Well, I expect a 100th episode surprise when I turn this camera off. Not from him. I don't know what you sickos are thinking.
And Helen, I hear the garage door. She heard you. She's leaving.
Maybe my assistant, I think my assistant, Christine might have to give me 100-day surprise.
Wait. I think she just left you.
No way. She's over there filing. Get back to work, sweet tits. That's right. I can call her that. Everybody's like, who's this Christine? All right. I'll show you her modeling video. People always ask. I hear Christine used to be a model. She was. Here's her video. Picture. There you go. No, I don't. Unfortunately. That is Christine. Oh, this isn't funny. Christine does not make babies cry. That is ridiculous. In fact, I have it on good authority. Our show was so good. That's right. That's how good the show was today. So I don't want to hear any of that stuff. Hyper Kaiju says, I need therapy now. You mean a crowd of clapping makes you need therapy? So hot is right, pop culture.
Now I have to question your judgment.
Michael says, happy 100th. Andy looks even older than that. I know, right? I think Christine might actually be introducing the Mornings with Andy show tomorrow. So for you guys, you'll get to see her tomorrow.
Hey, Michael, just so you know, I sent you the email back. I had gone to the Van Gogh, and I had done a few shorts on the channels, if you guys got to see. It was the immersive Van Gogh experience. And Michael had emailed me. He goes, hey, just letting you know, Van Gogh looks a lot like Andy. So I did do a reface just before the show. But unfortunately, we didn't get it up in time to do it. But you'll see the picture. I wound up doing Andy as Van Gogh.
I make a good Van Gogh, except I'm not cutting my ear off.
Yeah, we'll do the pre-ear cut.
I'll cut my nut off. I only need one actually now. So.
Oh, I thought you already were down to one. So.
Oh. Wow. Just wow. I can't believe you went there. All right, guys. So put the lotion in the basket, Christine.
Oh, and rub it.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Well, the next couple of weeks are going to be rough. I'm leaving for a 16-hour drive, and then I'll be gone for a couple of weeks. I'm going to try and hop on. Just don't know how regular it'll be up in the area known as Wisconsin. Yeah, but getting some bratwurst, lots of cheese. Going to be bringing some home. So I will try and hop on. I'll try and get some of my stuff. Oh, I did want to address one thing quick. I got a number of people asking when I do my quick reviews and full reviews, how come they're like, Dennis, do you use your actual book? So when I do them, I sit down and actually flip through the books for everybody to see them versus some of the guys online who, they just take digitals of everything and they do pictures and stuff like that. For me, I like the regular books to flip through them and do them because, number one, I actually purchase all the books. As you guys see every week, these are all books that I physically own. I physically own the books, so I would rather show you the physical copies and go through the stories of them, versus, me just copying, pirating something and do it. If I do reviews on them, it's because either I own the books or Andy owned them, has loaned it to me, or vice versa.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I'm all about the books. I will review and try everything that I can. I can't afford every book out there, hence why, if you saw the beginning of the show, why I didn't get Spawn Universe or the Infinity book, because, just too much money. So I just go with the books that I'm going with. So anyway, that'll hopefully answer some of your questions.
All right, guys. So like Dennis said, he's going on a vacay. Michael wants to know, you're driving that Packer car I sent you? No, it would break down. It would break down before he got out of the driveway. Of course not.
No, it doesn't break down. It runs on cheese.
Exactly, which means it's not going anywhere. So Monday might have something. Wednesday next week, if Dennis can't join, I will definitely be on solo talking about stuff on the Dennis and Andy show. Thank you very much, Hyper Kaiju. Just stay tuned. Like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. And
one other thing before we wrap up.
One thing.
For those of you that have been texting, emailing, whatever about Fortnite, Andy and I have kicked it around. We are going to come up with a plan. We're going to release, we're going to do a contest over the next probably month or so. And you guys, we are going to give away all 6 codes for Fortnite. So from issue 1 through 6, and if you get all 6 codes, for those of you that play Fortnite, you get this really cool something special for having all 6 codes. So we're going to increase our, we want everybody to hit the like and subscribe button. we want you to leave comments on our podcast and our live streams and say you want to be entered in for the Fortnite giveaway for the codes, the Fortnite code giveaway. And then we'll give more details as it comes closer. So start doing it. And then we're randomly going to pick one out over the next probably month or so. And somebody's going to get all the codes for it.
Woo! And last but not least, First Man, available now. 64 pages of fun-filled comic book action. No woke BS. And the program book, guest artist drawing First Man, as well as behind-the-scenes layouts and sketches that went into making the 64-page graphic novel. Shipping out daily. Links in the description below. Thanks for joining us, guys. We will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.